Hello everybody, welcome to Tuesday's English session. So today we're going to start a new piece of writing, or looking at a new piece of writing. We are looking at non-fiction again this week, but a different kind of non-fiction. So what we are going to be looking at is a discussion text this week. Now what I want you to do is have a think, maybe pause the video. What do you think of when you hear the words discussion or debate? What is that? Okay, super. So a discussion or a debate text is where you have a question and you argue but for both sides. So you argue for and against, and then you come to some sort of conclusion at the end of it, which is what we're going to have a look at today. We're not going to do any writing today. We're just going to have a look at a non-fiction discussion text and try and work out the shapes of it so that we can start our own discussion text tomorrow. So, we are going to have a read through an example discussion text. Now, I'm going to read it for you, and I'm also going to put it on the website so that you can flip back through it if you want to have another look at it, okay? As I read through it with you, or as we read through it together, I want you to think about summarising each paragraph. What's each paragraph about? You can pause the video to have a summary after each paragraph. And so when we've got to the end, you should have little notes about which paragraph is about what, okay? So let's have a look. So, should homework be banned? Anyone who has ever been to school knows what it's like to be sent home with piles of homework. For years, teachers have been setting extra maths, spellings and other assignments to be completed outside of regular lesson times. But with the increasing pressures of modern day life, there's a growing call for homework to be banned. Here are some of the arguments for and against. Many people see homework as an important part of school life, almost like an extension of the lesson. If the teacher cannot fit everything that is needed to be taught into the lesson, then being able to set homework is essential. This way, pupils can continue the learning at home, which in turn helps their understanding and knowledge of the subject. In fact, recent research shows a positive link between the amount children do for homework and their achievement levels. On the other hand, aren't children entitled to a break from learning? After spending all day at school, a few hours downtime spent watching television, playing computer games, or exercising outside is essential for a healthy, fun-loving child. In fact, the government's own health guidelines recommend people aged between 15 to 18 should exercise for at least 60 minutes a day. Where are children going to fit that in if they're busy doing homework every evening? While there are a lot of people that understand that argument, the fact remains that children go to school to be educated, and many parents welcome the chance to support their child's education at home. Practicing spelling or helping their child read gives parents the opportunity to play a part in their child's learning. It also gives them a clearer understanding of how their child is progressing. Similarly, a lot of children enjoy doing homework with their parents. Why introduce a blanket ban if some children and parents actually enjoy it? The flip side of the argument is that many parents feel overwhelmed with the amount of homework their child brings home. With so many after-school activities and clubs on offer, they feel there isn't enough time to fit everything in. Furthermore, due to ever-increasing government expectations, parents sometimes feel unable to help their child as the work is too hard or on a subject matter they're not familiar with. In conclusion, there are many strong arguments for and against banning homework from schools. If it helps a child's education, then surely homework is a good thing. Then again, time away from studying to play is also incredibly important to a child's well-being. On balance, I don't believe homework should be banned because it really is an important part of learning. However, I also believe there should still be time in the day for fun. Therefore, perhaps schools should come with a compromise. Keep homework, but don't set too much. Okay, so hopefully that gave you a chance to sum up what each paragraph is about. So you've got the first paragraph and all the ones after are all about slightly different things. If you haven't had a chance to write those down, then I would suggest you pause the video and go onto the website and have another flick through the discussion text and have a summarise of each paragraph so you know what you're doing. Okay, so the next thing we're going to look at is the shapes of a discussion text, which is what we just did really. So we have got these shapes. So this shape line follows every discussion text that you could possibly think of. So remember, we need to make our shapes generic, vague enough that they could be about any discussion text. So we start with an introduction paragraph, which introduces what your discussion text is about. Then we go on to a for paragraph, so an argument for whatever the question is. So whether it's should homework be banned, should we wear school uniform, should I get a pet? So we're going to introduce the idea and some back and forth ideas, maybe some statistics. So 90% of children have a pet at home in the introduction, and then we're going to go into a for paragraph. So a reason or a couple of reasons why you should be allowed a pet or why homework should be banned. Then the next paragraph is against, so we take it in turns. So then you go for an argument against your question. So why should homework not be banned? Why should you not have a pet? And then it flips back to another for paragraph and back to another against paragraph. So it sort of goes in a pattern of for and against, for and against. Now the last shape that we've got is a sack, and that is to represent our conclusion. So you have your introduction, your for and against paragraphs taking turns, and then at the end you come to a conclusion. And I've done it as a sack because your conclusion is something that ties up everything that you've said. So you sort of summarize what your points have been, and then you sometimes, if you want to, decide on a final point. So do you agree or do you not? So with our homework discussion text, they came to a conclusion that homework was good, but not so much of it. Okay, so this is why it's a sack. So it brings everything together and ties it up at the end. So that's our shapes, and we're going to look at those again tomorrow. So don't worry too much about them, remembering them today. What we're going to do is we're going to plan some bullet points for the discussion text we're going to start tomorrow. So tomorrow we are going to start, we're not going to write the whole thing, we're going to write part of it under the question, should school uniform be banned? Okay, and we're going to write that one together. I'm going to give you some sentence starters, some tips. So this is going to be a guided one, and then later on in the week you're going to move on to an independent one. So your task for today is to split your page into two. You've got your title that your discussion text is going to be about. So should school uniform be banned? And then all I want you to do today is come up with some bullet point ideas for yes, why it should be banned, and no, why it shouldn't. Okay, and a discussion text is always equal. So you need to have for points and against points as well. You can't just have all four. So your task today is to just bullet point any ideas you've got as to why school uniform should be banned and why it shouldn't. Okay, so pause the video now, have a go, and then I will see you again tomorrow to start writing our discussion text. So good luck. Don't forget to the example one is up on the website if you need to go back and have a look for some ideas.